Getting started on day 12 on the New England Trail. Today is much cooler than yesterday was. It's gonna be in the low 70s for much of the day, which just feels amazing right now. We are supposed to get rain. I don't think it's going to be heavy. It says light rain is forecasted to start pretty soon. The elevation doesn't look too bad today. I am starting out with the rest of the road walk that I started yesterday, but I should be then almost to the top of Mount Lincoln, and then after that it's pretty smooth, little ups and downs, and I'll be hiking to Shutesbury in New Salem today, and I might, if I make good pace, get to stop in at a winery that's not too far off the trail. So I'm really excited about that. Probably about 13 to 14 miles today to do. I left off from yesterday and continuing on the trail this way. Gonna be passing a pond on the way, which looks really nice. Looks like we're gonna be going back into the woods up here. Haven't had any problems with ticks so far this trip. Okay, here's the picnic table. Kind of looks a little grown in right here. But would be a nice spot for a break. I think I see another one over there. It looks like a dock or something over there. Yeah, so there's another picnic table and a dock. It looks like an even nicer spot right there because you're in the shade more. Pretty nice. I'm just setting out though, so I do not need a break. Yep, the bugs are back. I need to put my bug net back on pretty soon. Here's more pond. It's really pretty with all the wildflowers. So after you pass that pond, you're back on trail in the woods. It's pretty dark right now because of the clouds and the shade. It actually looks pretty cool. Definitely doesn't feel like it's 8:15 in the morning. Crossing Packardville Road. Gonna continue up Mount Lincoln. Alright, we got another section sign here. Cool. So, alright, we're starting section 11. So we finished section 10. My arms were already starting to get bit up, so I did put on some bug spray. Probably gonna do the hat pretty soon. Just enjoying not having something on my head right now because going up I've kind of worked up a sweat here. All right, made it to the top of Mount Lincoln, and we've got a fire tower, or I'm assuming a fire tower. The rain is picking up a little bit. It's still like a light rain, but it's getting close to putting the poncho on. I guess we don't get to walk down the road the whole way. Going back in the woods. That's alright. It's still going to be downhill. And this ground is pretty soft too. Okay, so the rain's picking up. I'm putting the poncho on. This is kind of an interesting look. I've never worn the poncho and bug net together. I'm really worried I had packed this poncho for nothing like the first bit of the trip but it has come in useful the couple times I've used it. So I love how the trees look in this section. It's really straight and skinny, like a little bit of green, but you can see pretty clearly through the trees. It's like feels brighter that way. This is a really pleasant stretch of trail. I'm really enjoying it. Of course, it helps that it's also slightly downhill, so it's pretty easy walking. Really nice walk here today so far. Got a stream down here. It looks kind of stagnant. You could probably get something out of there. I think actually we go down this way. I think. What's this? Hiking trail. Oh, I see a white blaze up there. Okay. Just off the trail here, we've got a stealth camping spot. And a bomb. Well, okay then. Sign for Queen Street. I don't know if this was like an old road. Anyways, we're going up this way. We got some rolling ups and downs, nothing too crazy it looks like from the map. It stopped raining for now, so I took off my poncho because I was starting to get really hot. But I think it's going to be kind of like light rain off and on today, because I just checked the weather and it looks like it's going to start up again in about 45 minutes. I'm really enjoying the woods walk today. It's very pretty, even though, you know, I mean, it's really cloudy outside. There's not really, you know, those cliff views that are so iconic, but it's kind of a nice day to be just in the woods because you got all the leaves that are a little damp, and so everything looks much greener and fresh, and you don't really miss the cliff views today. It's just pretty in and of itself. This looks like it was once a flowing water source, but now it's pretty dried up. Just a couple stagnant pools there. From what I've heard, though, there is a lot of water that you will find along the trail today, so that's not going to be your only option. Here is a perfectly well-flowing water source, which is probably the one that's on far out, about 3/4 of a mile south of the Amherst Road crossing. So, there's a deer. He's still standing there. I don't know if you can see it. It ran away, but then it turned around and looked at me. Definitely see a lot of deer on this trail. The forest kind of smells like licorice through here. There we go. A little bit of a road walk. I don't think it's very long. into the woods from North Valley Road. End of section 11, starting section 12, 5.9 miles to Cooleyville Road.
Manuel, one pupil can make a teacher feel that his years were not wasted. Tried and tried, checked and checked. There is but one chance in 7 of winning. 7. I look at Wyo. She looks at me. We laugh. I jump up and yip, "Hooray!" You did it. With clear hands. Manuel? So quietly. No one will be allowed.
So that's where I will enter back into the woods, but I am going to continue this way about 0.7 to the Sky winery, and I'm going to get some wine. Well, that was really lovely. I highly recommend the Sky vineyard. It's a little bit off the trail, maybe like a mile off the trail actually, but it is totally worth it if you have the time. Definitely stop in there and get the free tasting. You can try up to 5 of the wines, and they have whites and reds. A couple of the wines are made from their grapes. They're not super sweet wines. They don't add any sugar to them like some wineries do. The one I like the best, the Treminette, was the sweetest one, but I like kind of the semi-sweet or semi-dry the best. But yeah, that was a cool little side trek to the winery. Back into the woods. It only took a little over an hour, that little excursion. It's 3:39 right now, and I have half a mile from where I was going to camp. So yeah, it's going to be probably an early day today. We are entering section 13. So we've finished section 12. That's pretty cool. Today I hiked 16.5 miles. It rained for some of the day. The hiking was really easy, just slight ups and downs, nothing too crazy. So the miles went by really fast. I was only hiking for about 8 hours and 16.5 miles, so I maintained a pace of 2 miles an hour, or a little faster than that for the day, which is really good. I felt like I could keep hiking longer than I did, which is the first time that I think that that's happened this trip. So that's pretty huge. I got to camp kind of early and I'm just relaxing and watching things and hanging out. So this was day 12. See you in the next one. Good night.